Pressure is right in your face, you just don't say. Hello, if you're coming here, hi, welcome to my channel. This is Her Daughter's Archive. This is a place where I feel free to dump my traumas, share insights, feel the pain, and above all, we'll learn something from it. Now, today I'll be talking about peer pressure. Peer pressure is in front of you, you just don't see it. Because of the social media and everything, we consider it the norm, the new norm. Oh, somebody has this, you're getting it too because you felt it, he or she is your favorite influencer. Whereas if you look deep down, it is not your thing, it is not what you want, or probably you cannot afford it. But because someone else has it, you want it. That is just the one side of peer pressure. And a lot of the time, I look at myself and I ask myself, would I do the things I do if I don't see someone else doing it? Would I act the way I act if I don't see someone else acting that way? I like to carry myself so well. I like to carry myself, right, poised, everything. Would I be this person if I don't see someone else doing it? If I don't like the way someone else is doing it? And which will bring me to the positive side of peer pressure. Now you might see peer pressure as, this person bought this expensive thing. Ah, man, it's so expensive, everything. But deep down, you can't actually afford it. You're already being pressured, you're already being pressured to go get that thing when you know you can't afford it. This is where a lot of people do crazy things just to be able to meet up to the standard, just to be able to live life just because they see someone else doing it. That is an angle of peer pressure. Now, for me, a positive way I would talk about peer pressure is when I see a certain thing someone does and genuinely it is good, like achieving a certain goal, going to school, being the best, going for something you genuinely love, but you see someone else who has done that, who has achieved that. Where, let me give an example. Like right now, I want to be an international influencer. I want to be international. When I see other international creators, I look at them and I'm like, yeah, this person has achieved this goal. Someone who migrated from Nigeria to an international country. They are successful when it comes to content creation. They're doing where they're thriving. I look at them as an inspiration. I am not saying I am pressured because at this point, it is not something I can easily acquire. It is something I have to work towards to acquire. That is the difference between the positive side of peer pressure and the negative side of peer pressure. Growing up, one of the crazy things is we were told, oh, don't be peer pressure, don't follow those friends, they are bad people, they are this. Whereas if you look at it, those people were actually being exposed and you were not exposed. But because someone else felt to them that is peer pressure, you feel, oh, you don't want to be a part of it. You don't want to do. And I'm also not saying it is good because if you follow this set of people, you might still end up ruining your life. But for someone like me, I see it as a way of learning and also navigating my way around it. The point is the need to belong. Everybody wants to be a part of something, be a part of a social club, be a part of a social hierarchy, be a part of something. Like me right now, I'm already in a part of something. And as much as you try to avoid it, it is there. The part to be among, the part to belong. I remember one time I had this particular set of friends, they were baddies. And I will come here and tell you, there are different types of baddies, okay? These baddies are the girls who wants to wear bust downs every day, who wants to look good. I became in that circle. I happened to have a friend who had friends who were like that. And when I noticed how demanding it can be, every time they want to go to a new restaurant, they want to take pictures, they want to buy new clothes, I couldn't afford it. I couldn't live that life. I couldn't buy the clothes they bought. I couldn't dress the way they dress. I was not approached by the kind of men that approached them. I was not approached by that man because it was obvious I was different. Why? Because I couldn't afford it. Now, I know I could not afford it and I respected myself and I gradually left that circle because to me, it put me in a very difficult state of wanting to be more, wanting to do things I know I cannot do, wanting to overspend, wanting to, why? Because this person is doing it, my friend is doing it, I want to be a part of it. But the truth is, I actually couldn't. There was no point doing it. There was no point. Who was I even doing it for? And I gradually left that circle of friends. I also became friends with another friend who pressured me into Oh, let's go out clubbing. Let's go and do this. Let's go and talk. Oh, you talk to this guy. And what is it? Is it not just to just sleep with you, collect your money and you move? I was this close to being a prostitute. I'm not even kidding you. I was being close. Being why? Because this friend did it. It was never a big deal to her. She didn't think having sex with people and getting money was, well, to her it was wow, it was something she wanted. It was something that was an easy job, unlike when you would go get a 9 to 5 and you would have to work hard and clock in every day. Your boss has your time every time. But then if you're doing the opposite, you're sleeping with men for money. Once you're done, you get your money, and that's going to be like 20 minutes of fun, and you're done and you collect your money. And to her, it was easy. And I would not lie to you, I almost went into that world. And as much as it sounds very sad, there are a lot of people doing it. I'm not even going to come here and tell you, oh, there aren't people doing it, or I'm going to judge people who are doing it. No. But then it is the need to belong, it is the need to be like the other person. It is the need to look good. It is the need to wear the most expensive things. It is the need to act the way someone else is acting. Now, like I said, there are different types of peer pressure. To me, that lifestyle, I find it crazy to live a lifestyle like that. And I cannot live a lifestyle like that because I don't think I can keep up. And if I become so accustomed to that particular lifestyle, it will be hard. And it will be hard for me to move back. And I realized this very on and quick. And I told her, oh, I'm sorry. And I ended the relationship with that particular friend. The funny thing is, a lot of us, we are so scared of being excluded. There was a time where my friends would be going out to restaurants and all of that. And I didn't have the money to go to the same restaurant or to buy the same food they were buying or do the things they were doing. I felt so bad. I felt horrible because I'm like, I'm home. I wasn't doing anything. I could as well just have gone out, but I didn't have the money. That that feeling of being excluded, and then when you go on their page or their post, you see the post they made, you see the place they went, you see the outfits they wore, and immediately you feel this sense of exclusion. You feel this sense of being excluded. It feels bad. It feels sad, and that is what the society has made us feel. It has made us feel like not being able to afford something is terrible. Not being able to buy the same thing someone else is buying is crazy. It's terrible. It is bad. Or should I even talk about rejection? Because they can't give you, you feel bad. Or because they tell you no, you automatically feel that sense of sadness within you, like, oh my god, this person just rejected me. I don't know why. Maybe they don't like me. And like I said, because we want to be included so much, we tend to do things so that people will like us. This is where people pleasing comes in. You notice that you now start trying to please people. You now start talking the way they talk. You don't even have opinions of your own. You yourself, this thing this person is saying is wrong. But because you're scared of being judged, you're scared of being looked down on, you automatically agree with them just so you could feel alone. Whereas you have a different opinion, you have a different idea. And you know what makes me so mad right now is the fact that a lot of people have different ideas. And because we have different ideas, nobody is even being real anymore. Like now, I would have a different opinion about something, but because everybody is agreeing to that thing, and if I have a different opinion, I will automatically be looked as the odd one. And most times, I've always been looked as the odd one. I don't know, for some reason. This is also the part where people just expect so much from you. Expecting so much from you because you are an adult. They tend to expect that by this age, or by 20 to 25, you should be driving a car. By 20 to 25, you should have moved out of your parents' house. By 22 or by 26 to 30, you should be in a serious relationship, trying to get married. By 30 to 32, you should be getting pregnant and having a child. By like so much pressure on you as a person that if you don't even achieve any of this, they automatically make you feel like you are left behind. You are not doing anything. Whereas what you want to do might be different from what they're doing. Why is it so terrible that everybody has to follow the same path? That messes up with my brain so much. Why do I have to be like you? Why do I have to follow the same footstep you're following? I don't want to be like you. I remember telling a friend that, oh, from the looks of things, I think I'll be relocating to another state. And then immediately she said, to what state? Would your life be better there? What makes you think my life would not be better, even way better than what it is right now if I move to the other state? The idea of this is the best place, this is where you should be, this is where everybody is, this is where you should also be, this is where you should make the money, whereas it is not favoring you as a person. So why do you keep doing this to yourself? Why do you keep acting this way? Why do you keep moving this way, whereas you know that this doesn't pay you? I want to talk about trauma. I've talked about my mother, but I haven't talked about my mother in a very broad sense. But my mother is one sad person, okay? And because she was so sad and she was so angry about life, about everything, she imputed that in us. It reflected so much on us. And I remember my mom looked at me one day. I was coming from afar. I was going to her shop. And when I got close to her, my mom, I will tell you this very day, my mom opened her mouth and said to me that I have like I have a faraway beauty. Do you know what that means? Meaning from afar you are pretty, close by you are not that pretty. Do you know how much damaging that does to my confidence? Do you know? Imagine your mom who gave birth to you, someone who bore you into this world, telling you that particular word. That would crush you. And I don't know, I'm still an adult. My mom is no more my mom is no more. She's not alive anymore. But that word, I still remember it. I'm having a conversation with you right now, and I can tell you vividly how I felt. My mother told me that. And a lot of the time, to them, they are just being honest, but they don't know how much they are breaking your confidence, how much they are smashing your pride, how much they are damaging you in so many ways. That word left a scar in my heart. And imagine how many more words she has said to me that has broken me. But you know, one thing I never did was I never wanted to be broken. I never wanted to feel damaged. Even though over the time I looked at my bosses or people who I worked, supervisors, I looked at them for approval. Oh my God, do I look pretty enough? Do I look fine enough? Oh, my mother said I have a faraway beauty. Maybe I shouldn't come close to this person. Maybe I should be far away so that the person would not look at me and say, oh, I'm not that pretty close. Maybe I'm too. That made me so conscious for a very long time in my life. But the truth is, I am a pretty girl. For me to be pretty from afar, I promise you, I am still pretty close by. But because it's your mother, she gave birth to you, you felt she was right about it. 90% of the time, a lot of the time, our close ones, our families, our parents, they've told us word that made us, that conditioned us to feel like they're being truthful. Whereas it's a lie, it's a big lie. They're just being narcissistic.